कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी नतीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 do the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anamiritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Shakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalitan Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustute Devi Pranamami Shri Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacham Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vaishadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear devotees. Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday Fish class. So today's topic is importance of 5 Ds in our life. So we will discuss what are the 5 Ds important. Of course, there are many Ds, but these are 5 important Ds which I wanted to discuss today. And first D is the desire. So, and desire. Second is decision. Third is the determination. And fourth one is you need discipline. And fifth one, destination. So these are the 5 Ds I want to discuss today. And the first D, desire, and decide what you want to, the approach you want to take to fulfill your desire. And you need determination to fulfill your desire. And you need discipline to follow that. And the destination is automatically achieved if you follow four Ds thoroughly, and automatically the 5th D is reached. So what is a desire? Like many people have questions, does God fulfill our desire? Does anyone have? Because we have many desires in life. There are unlimited, right? But many people always try to criticize God, saying if desire is not fulfilled, you criticize God like he is not there. It does not fulfill my desire. Does anyone have that question? Does God fulfill all our desires or no? No? Okay. But it is that the basic example, we are in this material world, is the proof God fulfilled our desire. What more we want? We are here to enjoy. God said, fine. That was our desire, right? We wanted to enjoy. And Krishna said, fine, go and enjoy. He created this material world for us. And he has given all the enjoyment, he has given everything for us to go and enjoy. That is the greatest proof, God fulfills our desire. But does he fulfill all our desires or no? That is the main question. Because we have so many desires from childhood. But does God fulfill all our desires? Yes? No. But why God is selective in fulfilling the desires? He has given us this material world to go and enjoy, right? But why is so selective? He shouldn't be, right? He should fulfill all our desires. Like we fulfill all our desires of our children. Is it not? We fulfill all our desires of children. But if a child wants to smoke, do you fulfill the desire? No? Why? It's not good for him, right? So likewise, Krishna fulfill our desires, but the desires which are not good for us, Krishna never fulfills the desire. But we go to other demigods, we go to other gods, like I say broader term as God, like God fulfills our desire, because there are many sampradayas and many gods in our Hinduism. So I don't particularly say one particular god, because all that is the basic necessities of life. We are here. The first desire is fulfilled, and now we have to decide: we want to be here permanently, or we want to enjoy here permanently. The second is decision. Like you need to decide you want to stay here permanently. First desire is fulfilled. We are here. Fine. Now what do you want to do? You want to stay here eternally and enjoy, or you want to go back to Godhead? The decision point, that second is very important there. And to go back to Godhead, is that easy? It's not easy, right? So you need lot of determination, the third D. You need lot of determination. Why do you need determination? It is not that easy to go back to Godhead, but it is easy if you want to enjoy here eternally. You don't have to do anything. You can just live and enjoy here. But if you want to go back, you need that determination. But if you have the determination, is that sufficient? You need discipline also. Why do you need discipline? Because if you have to take up to the path of devotion, you need the determination and discipline. If you don't have discipline, you will get distracted, right? You will get distracted. And if you get distracted, you cannot reach your destination. So this will be the theme of our topic today. So desire, decide, with determination, with discipline, reach the destination. And we will see few examples from the history, and we will go through few stories, and we'll see like what Bhagavad Gita says about our desires. Okay. So first, desire. So we have many questions have people like, we say, can we be desireless, or can we desire whatever we want with the God? So it's not, we cannot be desireless. Because we are living here and we have some necessities to fulfill, right? Food and everything. For the basic necessities, we definitely have to desire. But we shouldn't be like, we say like there shouldn't be any material desires. So that is the thing. We should have only devotional, spiritual desires. So one example, my friend, and what kind of desires should we have? Like my college friend, he had a desire. I mean, he was very fat. He was weighing around 120, 130 kgs. So his desire was to reduce weight to 70 pounds. So his family were looking for the match, and he wanted to reduce the weight. So he decided on a path, because there are so many different paths, right? So he wanted to take up a keto diet for that one, and he followed very strictly. And he had a great determination to reduce the weight. In 3 months, he kept a target: I want to reduce around 30 pounds, 30 kgs. So with determination, and he was not going anywhere, and he was following very strictly. He was very well disciplined, eating only one meal in the morning and night, and fasting in the afternoon, and night this one. So 3 months he followed very strictly. He was very much determined to reduce his weight. But what happened, one of his close friend invited him for one of his party, and he couldn't say no. The 3 months he was very strict. I will follow this one. I will not follow this one. And 3 months he was very strict, but after the 3rd month, when his friend called, no, you have been following, please come. So he said, fine, I will attend, I will come, but I will not eat anything. there. Okay, fine, you just come and sit. You want to drink water, you drink water and juice. He went there. But after that, like looking his friend enjoying, somewhat like a discipline just got to distraction. He was distracted a little bit, and if friend offered something to eat, hey, today is only one day, that what eat what happens, nothing will happen, right? So he said, okay, fine. So that's how he got little bit distraction. And so that discipline has gone, and that distracted his life, and in that, so he started eating now. He couldn't stop. So in this 20 days, he put on more than what he was before. So he was put on more weight what he was. So the little bit of distraction, so that causes this thing. And we desire so many things. So it's good to ask God for every desire we have. Can we fulfill our desires on our own? Or do we need to go and ask God every day, oh God, please give me today's meal for me? And every day do we need to ask God like that? With what kind of desires we should ask God? Let us take two examples in the history. So what happens like when we... So let us take the example of Hiranyakashipu. What was the desire of Hiranyakashipu? Yes. Huh? Revenge on Vishnu? The immorality was, he wanted a long life. He wanted to live forever. So for that, what he had decided? He decided to take severe austerities. So penances. He went to forest and he meditated. He was very much determined. And with determination, so he pleased which god? Lord Brahma. And did Brahma fulfill the desire? Yes. So Hiranyakashipu was the greatest logician of history. I mean, he put so many ifs and these conditions that no one till now might have put that many conditions. So he was the greatest coder of that time. He thought like he put all the conditions and he will be... Brahma could not fulfill. He said like, I cannot fulfill your desire because even I have certain limitation. I cannot, even I am not immoral. How can I give you that morality? I cannot give you that one. Okay, fine. So he put so many conditions and he thought like, fine, I can live life forever. But Krishna is the greatest tester. He finds all the loopholes, some or the other. Okay. So the question is, he had a desire of immorality, but what happened? He wanted to live forever, but he approached demigod. He did not approach God. So here, Brahma fulfilled his desire. He did not see whether he was qualified or not. So when you go and approach any god, yes, they may fulfill your desire, whether if it is good or bad. Like I told you the example, if a child goes and asks his father for a cigarette, he will not give. But if he has money, he goes to a shop and buys the shopkeeper will definitely give, right? He will not say no, right? Let us take another example, like Dhruva Maharaj. So what was the desire of Dhruva Maharaj? Yes. So he wanted a kingdom bigger than his father because he was insulted by his stepmother and he had a desire to have a bigger kingdom than his father. So for what he went to his mother and asked, right? And with that desire, so his mother asked him to go and please Vishnu. So with determination, he went to forest and he did severe penances, like he choked complete universe with his prayers and he pleased. Did he play any other gun? He pleased. Whom he pleased? Who appeared before him? No, Narada Muni has given him like how to pray God, but who appeared before? Like after the 5 months of Lord Vishnu appeared before him. So once Lord Vishnu appeared before him, did Dhruva Maharaj ask for the kingdom? No. What happened in between the 5 months? The transformation has happened. Yeah, self-realization. The transformation happened. He had a desire, material desire to fulfill. For that he prayed Lord Vishnu. And what happened over a period of time, his desire was, yes, Krishna, Vishnu can fulfill any desire, but his desire was transformed from material to spiritual. As soon as he saw Lord Vishnu, he forgot everything to ask about that. So he started glorifying the Lord. So that is the basic difference, when you approach any God with your desire, yes, your desire will be fulfilled. But of course, that desire may not be the eternal kind of thing. You definitely have certain reactions of the karmic reactions of that one. So in the case of Hiranyakashipu, he got the boon from Brahma for a long life, but he was killed by Lord Krishna because his desire was materially for his enjoyment. And that's why he approached Brahma. And Brahma, of course, fulfilled. And there are many instances in history, Brahma and Shiva, they fulfill desires of their desires. They do not see the validity of that one because they prayed and they obliged and they fulfill the desires. But when it comes to the Krishna, he does check, he does see like the validity of that one. The desire, whatever he is desiring, is that good for us or not? If that is good for us, definitely that will be approved by Krishna. No matter even if it is not in our reach, it will be approved by Krishna. But he will transform that. So in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, he had a material desire. But of course, Krishna fulfilled. He has given the greatest kingdom, right? He has created a planet for him. Because he was transformed. He was no more materially inclined. He did not want to enjoy anymore after the transformation was done. So he had a greatest kingdom. And he was able to please the Supreme Personality of the Godhead also. So that's what happens, the transformation happens. And we should be very careful in what kind of desires we are asking. Okay, we can ask anything, right? But are we qualified for the desire? An example, on a life example, a rickshaw puller is there. Okay, he does full day, he does very hard work, and he thought like, okay, why not if I have a auto, so that the physical strength, I will lodge that one. So that is valid, okay, auto is achievable, right? But if that is within his range, yes, he can pay EMI. But few desires are out of our reach. Like if you say like, I need a cab, auto, I need a car, not auto. Okay, that is also can be fulfilled by the mercy of the Lord. But if you want, because what is the main purpose of is transporting devotees from one place to another place, right? But what if we desire to have an aeroplane? So we should validate our desire. So when we are asking God, so we should think, are we qualified for the desire, fulfill of the desire? So here it says, like if the desire is not connected to Krishna, that is a material desire. And when the mind is filled with the desire to enjoy, it will suffer. If the mind is filled with the desire to serve, it will be blissful. So these are very important, we remember. So this, whenever you have some desire, just compare to these things, whether that is connected to Krishna, it is not connected to Krishna. And we should validate our desires. So what Krishna says, what Bhagavad Gita says about our desires, should we have desires? Because many people say like, after we take to this devotional path, so you should be desireless. Is that true? Can we be desireless? And once we take to this path, can we be desireless? No, right? But yes, desires are there, but what kind of desires we should add? So we'll see what Bhagavad Gita says, this one. We'll go to chapter 2, sloka number 71. And do we need to ask God for all our small needs? Like example, once our kids are grown up, we send them to college, right? And what you will give. So for my example, I have given a credit card to my son, okay? And for each and everything, even after giving that, so for basic desires, he can fulfill up to certain amount of limit I set. So he can fulfill, right? For each and everything, he should not ask me, oh, Papa, I want to eat this, can I buy this? But you have a card. So like similarly, for each and small thing, we should not disturb God, right? The desires which are out of our control, which are not in our reach, for that kind of desires, we should reach Krishna. And does Krishna also have desires? Does Krishna have desires? No? Yes? No? Yeah, of course. Krishna has, that's why. Krishna had desires, that's why we got, like we have desires. Krishna has desires. But he is not dependent on others. We are dependent on Krishna, but Krishna is not dependent on others. So before going to this one, because I just want to solve. So this, can you see the screen? Yeah. So from here, so it is said here, we'll just focus on this one. Man proposes and God disposes. We have a desire and God disposes. So here it says, but when the Supreme Personality of the Godhead proposes, the desire is under no one else's control. He is absolute. We are ultimately dependent on Him to fulfill our desires, but we cannot say that God's desires are dependent. Anyone? So that is His inconceivable power. So that which we may be inconceivable for ordinary living entities, it is easily done by Him. And in spite of being unlimited, He has subjected Himself to being known from the authoritative scriptures like the Vedic literatures. It is said that Shabdat Mulatvat, He can be known through the Shabda Brahma or Vedic literature. So God's desires are not dependent on anyone. So His independent Swarat. And what Bhagavad Gita says about this? I will repeat first, after that you can follow. Vihaya kaman yaha sarvan, pumans charati nispruha, nirmamo nirhankara. Oh, increase, yeah. Shashantim adhigacchati, vihaya kaman ya sarvan, pumans charati nispruha, nirmamo nirhankara, shashantim adhigacchati, vihaya kaman ya sarvan, pumans charati nispruha, nirmamo nirahankara, sashantim adhigacchati. The translation. Oh, what happened? Yeah. Does anyone want to read the translation? Yes. So person who has given up all desires for sense gratification and who lives free from desires. Lives free from desires, it is not mean like we don't have any desire. We should not have any desires. Of course, we can have desires. We can have desires for basic needs, and we can have desires if we have desires in line with our Krishna consciousness, because we are here and we have to for our livelihood, we have to work and we have to fulfill our desires, right? But it should be in line with our Krishna consciousness. And what does the Prabhupada say in purport? So to become desireless means not to be desiring anything for sense gratification. So in other words, desire for becoming Krishna consciousness is actually desirelessness. And to understand one's actual position as the eternal servitor of Krishna without falsely claiming this material body to be oneself and without falsely claiming proprietorship over anything in the world is the perfect stage of Krishna consciousness. So that is the first stage. So we have desired to enjoy, that's why we are here. Now Prabhupada is giving the path, like how we can go back. We have to decide now whether we want to stay here or we want to go back to Godhead. And Krishna. So one who is situated in the perfect stages, that because Krishna is the proprietor of everything, everything must be used for the satisfaction of Krishna. So here a very good example. Like Arjuna, initially, he did not want to fight. Arjuna did not want to fight for his sense gratification. But when he became fully Krishna consciousness, but when Krishna transformed his desire, like he wanted to fight for Krishna. So that's how the transformation like takes place. Arjuna, Krishna conscious, and he fought because Krishna wanted him to fight. So for himself, there was no desire to fight because he had everything and there was no need to kill his relatives to get the kingdom. But for Krishna, the same Arjuna fought to his best ability. Why? Because it was Krishna's desire to fight and he had to oblige. And real desirelessness is desire for the satisfaction of Krishna, not an artificial attempt to abolish desires. So likewise, like we cannot artificially say, no, you want to eat ice cream? No, I don't want to eat ice cream. So you cannot artificially slay. Okay? Sometimes even it happens like, I'm very much determined, like doctor told me not to eat sugar because I'm diabetic. So I'm very much determined not to eat all the days. But when I come here and when I'm in that prasadam area, when I see the alwa made by Vamanari Prabhu or GPC, I get distracted. I cannot control my desire. So a materially desireless person certainly knows that everything belongs to Krishna, Ishva, Ishavashyam Idam Sarvam, and therefore he does not falsely claim proprietorship of anything. So this is the very main thing. Like if we realize that everything belongs to Krishna, then we will not have the desire of enjoyment for our sense gratification. So this transcendental knowledge is based on self-realization, namely knowing perfectly well that every living entity is an eternal part and parcel of Krishna in spiritual identity, and that the eternal position of the living entity is therefore never on the level of Krishna or greater than Krishna. So this understanding of Krishna consciousness is the basic principle of real peace. So if we understand this one, like desiring for material, that causes further bondage, and if we understand, we'll see one nice pastime. There are many pastimes, and if you have any such examples, feel free to share. So like we have seen two examples, like when we approach any god for material desires, how he fulfills. And we have seen another example when we approach two examples, like two different people approaching two different gods with two different material desires, how one desire was fulfilled, but that did not last forever, and how another desire was fulfilled, but it was transformed before fulfilling the desire. Now we see a person who is in fully Krishna consciousness or fully in devotional services. So what kind of desires and how Krishna helps him. So there was a devotee by name Harpal. So he was a very great devotee, and he used to take pleasure in bhajans and singing and chanting, and he was reading scriptures. And he was from a rich family, and he was at marriage age, and the family and the relatives, they started looking for a match. But he had one condition. His condition was, I am looking for a wife who can help me in my devotional service. I don't want any girl like who does not like devotional service or who is materially inclined. If you find any such girl who takes care or whose interest matches with my interest, then I am ready to marry. Like that, like so many months passed on, and they couldn't find any match for him. But one day, one of their relatives, they met one of the girl, and that girl also was very much devotionally inclined, and she used to sing chant and bhajan, and her attitude was service attitude. She used to serve Vaishnavas a lot. So she had one condition. So my condition is, whoever marries me, he should feed 1,000 devotees every day, 1,000 Vaishnavas every day. You can see. So that was our condition. So his condition was, he wanted a devotionally inclined wife, and that was his search. And as soon as he heard, his relative came and said, there is a girl, but our condition is like this, so and so. He immediately said, there is no need to look any further. Please fix her. I don't want to even see her. I want to marry that girl. Just by listening to the qualities. I mean, he did not even see her. He did not even bother to see her. So he said, I would like to marry that girl. So they arranged for the marriage. They fixed, and the marriage was done. And as per the condition, he started feeding every day, 1,000 Vaishnavas. And he was not doing any work because he was rich. And for him to live, he could easily live throughout his life without even working. That much of property and he had with him. So likewise, every day, as per his wife desired, he started serving all the Vaishnavas. Every day he used to feed 1,000 people, 1,000. And sometimes, he started that food distribution, but he cannot restrict for 1,000 devotees only. But sometimes, even more devotees used to come. Slowly, what happened over a period of time, 1 year, 2 years, all his properties, slowly he was selling his properties and he was serving all the Vaishnavas. But he determined to serve devotees. He never gave up, no matter he sold all his properties. He never gave up that service. So he was serving. So all his property is gone now. So all the villagers know he was a very wealthy businessman. I mean, his father was a very wealthy businessman. He was no more. But looking at that, so he went, and now finally he exhausted all his properties. There was no money left with him. So he went and asked the shopkeepers, please give me groceries. So he bought all the groceries from the shopkeepers. He used to go every day to one shopkeeper, and he used to get groceries. And he would say, I will pay you later when I have the money. But he knows, because he doesn't work, from where he will get the money. But since he was a very rich person and very good person, so even the shopkeepers used to give him whatever he was asking, because he is doing a good service to the Vaishnavas. So like that, he continued for a couple more months like that. Now, all the shopkeepers also exhausted. They cannot also give goods free, right? If they give like that, then they have to close their shops. So they stopped giving him. They said, no, sorry, we cannot give you anymore until you clear the debts previous steps, we will not give you any further loan. So what do you do? So he started, okay, now the second door is also closed. Now you cannot go to any shopkeeper and get the goods. So he started, so he thought like now how to fulfill, because it doesn't want to stop that serving the Vaishnavas. So he started robbing people. So he used to target rich people, businessmen, and what he used to steal, he doesn't used to steal their money or gold or anything. He just used to go into their kitchen and rob few groceries from them, and he started feeding Vaishnavas like that. So that went on for a couple of months, because there were many rich people that time, and that went on for a couple of months. But finally, people realized, who is this thief who is just robbing these groceries? He is a very silly thief. I mean, he is not robbing any gold, or he is not stealing any money or gold. Everything was intact. Only the groceries were going off. So finally they started, okay, we have to put a stop, otherwise we will become poor like this. We are buying and filling our grocery store that is being emptied. So they kept security so that whoever comes. So the third door also is closed. Now he cannot rob, he cannot go and rob, because everyone was aware of like the groceries have been stolen. So the finally what he did, like, okay, now he started robbing people who never went to temple, who had no devotional connectivity. He started robbing those people. He targeted those people, and he used to rob money and gold now, because the groceries are gone. Now he was aiming for a big. So he started stealing gold and jewelry and money from the businessmen. He never used to target poor people, only because he was stealing for serving the Vaishnavas, not for his material purpose. But he was continuing that one. But after a few days, even that was stopped, because everyone came to know he is the person who is doing that one, and everyone stopped giving him any loan, or they are not even allowing anyone, allowing him to come there. So now all the resources are exhausted. So he thought, okay, now I have to do one last this thing, otherwise I cannot continue this for long. But he never left even single day serving without the Vaishnavas. He every day used to serve by hook or crook. So one day he went and sat in forest, and he thought like, whoever comes in this way, and that was the entrance to the main entrance to the village. Whoever comes this way, I will steal him. So Rukmini Dwarakadish. So Dwarakadish was very much pleased, because the kind of service attitude he had. So Krishna wanted to show him mercy on him. So he dressed himself as a businessman, big set. So he put on so much jewelry on him, full of jewelry, big this bangles and full jewelry. And he started to go, and Rukmini asked him, where are you going? I said, I have to show mercy on one devotee. I said, I will also come. He said, no, you don't come, you will distract me. No, I will come, please allow me, I will not say anything. Okay, fine. Lakshmi ji, Rukmini also said. She also dressed like a businessman wife, and they both started walking in that forest. And this Harpal Singh was sitting there, like, whoever comes and I will rob them. And he was sitting there, and they came. This businessman, Rukmini Dwarakadish, was walking, and first he saw Dwarakadish and that businessman, and he thought, oh, so he was very happy. My couple of years of groceries I can fulfill by robbing him. So he was very happy. The glow was on his face. I can steal him and I can feed Vaishnavas for a couple more years. And after that he saw Lakshmi walking behind Rukmini Devi. So he thought, oh, this is more good. Now I can feed until 10 years now. I can rob both of them and I can feed Vaishnava for another 10 years. He was very much happy. So when they both came, he said, Jai Sri Krishna. And Dwarakadhish, as a businessman, he was very offended. You people, you on the name of God, you rob people and steal, and you say Jai Sri Krishna? What is this kind of robbery? I know there is one person in this village, Arpal. I heard about that person who steals, who robs village, and he wants to feed Vaishnavas. What kind of service is this? Is stealing, robbing? Is that a devotional service? So I want to just be away from that person. So he made his mind, oh, you have that intention. I will definitely rob you. I am not going to leave you. You are against Jai Sri Krishna. You didn't even say Jai Sri Krishna. I will not even leave a small piece of gold on you. I will rob entire gold. So for that he made a plan. And they were asking for the way. They wanted to go to some city and which goes through their village. So they asked Arpal, can you please show the way to that? So he said, oh, that is a very difficult task. I will guide you. I will take you personally. But before that, I have one service. Okay. So please, can you, for that service, please give me a little bit gold. I have to take some necessities at home, feed Vaishnavas. They said, fine. They gave some gold coins to him. And Arpal went and he bought some groceries and he gave it to wife. And he said, okay, with this you manage today, feed all the Vaishnavas. And I am going, and if all the Vaishnavas ask, because every day he used to feed them and every day see him. If they ask, what should I say? Just say, I am going there to make arrangement for 10 more years. So don't worry. So for today you manage, and he goes back again. So he takes that businessman into the forest. I will show you. There is a shortcut path to that city. I will show you. He takes them into deep forest. And after going to the deep forest, he removes his knife. And he points at them and shouts, hey, please, pura nikal do. Remove all your jewelry and this one. They were very much afraid. And the businessman started shivering. And Lakshmi is laughing. See, who is shivering? This person who scares Ravana and Hiranyakashipu, he is shivering with this man. He started shivering. And he says, you know, don't act. You don't have to. I know. He says, Lakshmi ji, you also act. Otherwise you will be caught. So even Lakshmi ji started shivering. So the boat started shivering. And okay, finally, they start giving all the jewelry to him. And they give all the jewelry to him. And Dwarakadhish was hiding one ring in his one finger. And he was hiding, and Arpal saw that one. He said, what you are hiding? No, this is my lucky ring. Please don't remove this one. So I have given you everything you asked for, right? Please, this is very lucky for me. You know, you can think this my marriage ring. Please don't rob this one. He said, no, you have offended me. You did not say Jai Sri Krishna. I am not going to leave even a pinch of gold. I promise that. You have to give me that one. And he took a knife to cut off that finger. So as soon as he took a knife and cut off his finger, so that businessman transformed. He took the form of the four-handed Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, Dwarakadhish, and Rukmini Devi. Like she transformed, that wife transformed into Rukmini Devi. So he saw Rukmini Dwarakadhish in front of him, and he fell flat on the feet of God. So he is the thief who robbed God, and he was very sorrow. Oh Krishna, please forgive me. I did not thought it is you. See my this sinful this thing. I robbed you. I was about to cut off your finger, Please forgive me. It is out of ignorance. I wanted to serve Vaishnava. I did not want to steal you. Please forgive me. So Dwarakadhish said, okay, please get up now. Don't worry. I am not going to do any harm. Since your desire is very pure to serve Vaishnavas, that is the reason. Like when our desire is very pure to serve, and even though he was stealing, he was engaged in stealing, but Krishna did not take that as an offense because his desire was in line with Krishna consciousness. He was stealing to serve Vaishnavas. He was not stealing for his material desires. If he was doing that for his material desires, then definitely he will go to hell. But here, Krishna alone, he came here and he said, he purified him. Okay, don't worry because your desires are in line with Krishna. And he gave all his gold and said, with this, you don't have to struggle throughout your life now. You can feed Vaishnavas, any number of Vaishnavas, as long as you live on this planet. You can feed them. And that was the desire of a Vaishnava. That how we have seen three different peoples and three different reasons, like desires, how Krishna transforms our material desires. So here are a few things like, so he prayed, his intention was to serve Vaishnavas, that he wanted to fulfill his wife. Sometimes, forcefully, even though we don't wish, we have to fulfill other desires, other person's desire. For example, like a child, he want to marry a girl, but the parents, they want to marry him to another girl. But here that there is a clash of a desire. Whom desire you should fulfill? You should fulfill your desire, or you should listen to your parents and fulfill their desires. So sometimes what happens, by forcefully we have to fulfill other desires, and for which we have to suffer life. If everything goes well, fine, but if it doesn't go well, if the person, like he marries, he listens to the parents and he marries, and if that goes well, all well, that's fine. Or if the person, he doesn't listen to his parents and he marries the girl whom he loves, but is there any guarantee they are going to live lifelong? Because we have seen many cases. So always, sometimes we have to fulfill other desires and we have to live. But another example, like if the child want to become an actor, my case I can say, I wanted to become a cricketer, but my father wanted me to take up some army job. He wanted me to join Indian Navy or Indian Army. And my aunt wanted me to become a lawyer. So this is the three different things. But what happened? Neither I could become a cricketer, I couldn't join army, I couldn't become a lawyer, because Krishna's desire was something else. So even though we had different desires, sometimes we cannot fulfill them. Sometimes we have to oblige what Krishna's desire is. So this is the ultimately, so the thing we desire. I want to conclude the last thing. So we have desires, and now we are here in this material world to decide. So it's up to us, go to back, got it, or we want to enjoy it eternally. And for a devotee, if we want to go back to Godhead, we need lot of determination. Why we need lot of determination? Because Prabhupada has given certain guidelines. To follow those guidelines, we should be determined and we should have lot of discipline. We should not get distracted. Because in instance, we have seen so many people, they have fall down from the path because they did not have discipline in them. So we should have discipline. And when we have these 4 Ds, automatically we will reach the 5th D. So this I conclude today, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I repeat these things because I like these 3 things very much. If the desire is not connected to Krishna, that is material desire. When the mind is filled with the desire to enjoy, it will suffer. Remember, if the mind is filled with desire to enjoy, it will suffer. When the mind is filled with the desire to serve, it will be blissful. So which we want to be blissful, we want to be enjoy. It is our choice what we want to do. Does anyone have any question or any, if you have any such kind of experiences where your desire did not meet or you had a desire which you cannot fulfill, and the most and very important thing, what if you have desires which you cannot fulfill in your life? What happens? There are so many desires, like, so you had a desire, like I gave an example, a rickshaw puller wanted a desire of aeroplane, that cannot be fulfilled unless like God directly comes and give him the aeroplane. No way he can fulfill because he doesn't have anything. So he had an unfulfilled desire. What happens if we have unfulfilled desires? What happens? Yes, Mataji. Fulfilled in this next part. So that's what. So if we have unfulfilled desires, we have to take birth again. We will be just in this birth-death cycle, we will be rotating in this one. So don't ever have desires which we cannot fulfill. Have desire things which you can fulfill and depend upon Krishna or God whom you worship. Depend upon God, Krishna. If that is out of our reach, depend upon him and pray. And also pray, if that cannot be fulfilled, don't get dissatisfied, because dissatisfaction again lead to next birth. If you think, if your desire is unfulfilled, just offer to Krishna. Krishna, I had this desire, I cannot fulfill the desire, but I don't even want the desire. But if you have the desire in your thing and you leave your body, then you have to take another birth. Krishna will give you a chance, another birth, to fulfill your desire. So thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nice to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you.
I just wanted to add something, and then I also had a question. Even the desires we get sometimes is also because of the prarabdhas we have from before.
Yes.
Because even devotees who might be practicing Krishna consciousness for so many years, they can get these weird desires because when some prarabdha has fructified, that desire arises in your heart. The question, I don't know if it's a question, but I'm still trying to wrap my head around this Harpal Singh, who had extreme ways to get Lakshmi to serve the devotees. I'm just trying to understand that, because sometimes in real life also we've seen some devotees can take extreme steps.
Yes.
And they are thinking that they are serving Krishna, but then from others' point of view, it might be very extreme. And Harpal Singh also, if you look at it from a general point of view, it's very extreme that, the last one kind of threw me off, is that he was ready to cut off the finger, to get that gold so he can serve the Vaishnavas. So how do we, I don't think I'm that matured in Krishna consciousness to understand Harpal Singh's position.
We should not restore to that extreme, because that did not happen this one. And what Krishna ultimately said, you listen to that one. So what Krishna said, since you had the desire to serve Vaishnavas, and even though your desire, even though the approach you took is not correct. So how Krishna justified is, because Harpal was feeling very bad in the end after seeing God. So, how Krishna justified is, whomever Harpal robbed, all the people whomever he robbed, Krishna said they will be benefited because their money has been put into the service of Krishna. Even though the Arpal was just a mediator, but what Krishna said, they were destined to spend that money for me. It was my desire. They were not spending directly. But even without their knowledge, if they are spending that money in my service, they will get benefit. It's not your fault. So you are not doing that one. So you did that. You will not get the ultimate benefit. Even they will get the ultimate benefit. So they are also the beneficiaries. They will also receive the benefit. Even their sins will be purified over a period of time. Even though without their knowledge, they have used their funds.
So it is the Ajnat Sukruti that
Yes,
we
Agnata
say
Sukriti, they will definitely get
these
that.
people
Yeah,
got
people,
that Ajnat
yes,
Sukruti.
exactly.
Okay.
So even though for the time being, they may feel like we are doing, but they will get benefit, ultimate benefit for that one.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That was very helpful.
Yes. Yes. Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for that wonderful core discourse on the 5 Ds: desires, dedication, determination, discipline, and it was the final one, Prabhuji?
The destination. I mean, you desire something, you need to achieve that one, right? That's the last one, so.
Yeah. So I was reminded of one quote from Brihadananda Upanishad about destiny, where it connects with the desire. You are what your deep driving desire is. As is your desire, so is your will. You are what your deep driving desire is. As is your will, so is your. You are what your deep driving desire is. As is your desire, so is your will. As is your will, so is your destiny. So, it's the strength of your desire that drives us to achieve our destiny. Also, coming to the point of desire, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Dhyayato Vishyan Punsa Sangastupajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamo Krodho Bhijayate Krododbhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smrti Bhramshaha Smrti Bhramsho Buddhinasha Buddhinasha Pranashyati. So, it's the desire, unfulfilled desire. You are asking about the question. What happens if desires are not fulfilled? So the more the desires are not fulfilled, the human tendency is to go after it again and again, only to realize that that desire is not going to be fulfilled because we are not destined for that. And as you quickly said, Prabhuji, surrender to Krishna. If we are not getting that desire fulfilled, that means we are not destined. At least we know that if not in this birth, maybe in the next birth, if we are destined, we are supposed to get it, we will get that. So have that desire which pleases Krishna. So don't have that desire, material desire, which I want to get fulfilled. So if it fulfilled, it's fine. If it doesn't fulfill, then I'll be very, very unhappy. So, and also what we should ask Krishna, as you are rightly mentioning, don't ask anything. And let us surrender ourselves to Krishna and take what he gives. That means what is in your will, let it happen to me. Let that be my will, so that I will be happy. So this is just I wanted to thank you, Prabhuji, for giving us such a beautiful lecture on the 5 Ds, and hope we will try to cultivate that. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Haridas Varya Prabhu, for an excellent class. I will, I think, forever remember the line that if Hiranyakashipu was the best developer, then Krishna is the best tester. I will try not to judge my developers and testers according to that standard, but it is definitely a quote for a t-shirt. If you missed that statement that Prabhu made earlier, please listen to the recording of the class on YouTube and Facebook and understand where that quote came from. Again, thank you so much, Haridas Varya. Let's give another round of applause for Prabhu. The next part of the program is Aarti. We request everyone to please rise for Aarti. You can come closer to the altar and take darshan and pictures if you like. We request no selfies, though with the deities. Hare Krishna.
Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Om Vishnu Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prachatyare Satarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Bhaktivedanta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Shri Asadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda
Shiva
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Gaura Vrinda Nityananda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Govinda Radhe. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Kunj Bihari, Radhe. Jaya Radha Kunj Bihari, Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev,
Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol.
Tagora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Tagora Hari
Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol.
Tagora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Tagora Hari Bol.
Namaste Nara Simhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadaine Praladadaine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatangkanakalaye Shilatangkanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Mahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Mahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade Tava Karakamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Kara Kamala Vare Pramatuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Rita Narahari Rupa Jaya Narasimhadev, 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 Jaya Narasimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo.